Welcome back to my channel. I'm Melanie Ferguson and you're watching Southern Crush at Home. Listen, are you looking for something fun and patriotic to celebrate with for the upcoming 4th of July holiday? I have got you covered. I'm gonna make the most amazingly cute wreath with this heart, yes, heart-shaped wreath form from the Dollar Tree. So sit back, relax, and see how I do it. Let's make a really pretty nautical wreath that has a patriotic theme using this heart form from Dollar Tree. So the way you get started is you're just going to put your nautical rope through the middle to the inside and then the middle wires of this form. I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue here just to kind of get it started, and this is going to be the base. Now you could always tie this in a knot, but I just think it makes a cleaner look to just add a little hot glue and put it together like this. After securing the little tip end point, we are going to do a simple loop around the inside, middle, and the inside wire, back and forth. Pull the entire strand of rope through the entire heart wreath form. And this is what we're going to do over and over again along the entire straightway of the wreath. Now, when you get to the curved section of the wreath, we're going to do a little bit different pattern here. We're going to pull the rope through that middle section as a little small knot, and then we're going to go back and put the rope through the inside section like we did prior on the straightaway. So I'll show you again here. Up close, we're going to go through the smaller middle section and pull it through. Really, really simple. This is what gives it that really beautiful look. And then back through the middle. And then we repeat this all along the curved sections of the heart. You should be able to get away with using just two batches, rolls of this nautical rope from the Dollar Tree, one for each half of your heart wreath form. If I always err on the side of caution, and I bought 3, and I ended up using just the 2, one for each half of the wreath. When we get here to the end of this rope, we are going to cut it and just kind of glue it to the back of the other pieces of rope, just to kind of end the inside nautical rope portion of this gorgeous patriotic wreath. I can't wait to show you what's next. So we're going to take this red and white checked ribbon from the Dollar Tree. It is wired, and I'm cutting it in 8-inch lengths. Then I'm folding it in half again, and giving it a little dovetail, or mermaid tail, I like to call it, notch. And then we're going to take it and spread apart a little section of our ropes on the back side of the wreath and glue that ribbon to it. Now I'm going to show you up close again. We're going to pinch the ribbon that we've already dovetailed and glue it to the inside portion of the ropes. Now you can see I'm letting it come out of the wreath form on the back side, so that when you flip it over from the front, you will just see really pretty ribbons. You're going to repeat this process around the entire shape of the heart wreath form. This gets really messy. You might want to wear like the little finger cots from Dollar Tree to kind of keep your fingers from getting all the hot glue on them. But I just felt better using my fingers to push it down in between the ropes and make sure that it got in there and glued. But it is kind of messy. It's a little easier to fit the ribbon in the rounded section of the top of the heart because the rope is a little bit further spread apart. And you can kind of just easily see where to place it. And then on the straightaways, you kind of have to separate the rope a little bit by hand to get the ribbon down in between those pieces of rope. And it's just, you kind of eyeball how far apart you want them. It's about a 1/2 inch apart from each of them. It ends up being about 3 strands of rope apart for each of the little ribbon pieces. This is actually a wreath I'm repurposing from Valentine's, and I'm loving this patriotic theme. So I took some of the denim ribbon. It's also wired. This denim ribbon came from Dollar General, and I'm doing the exact same method that I did on the checked ribbon here on the denim ribbon. Again, I cut them about 8 inches long and did the exact same dovetail, mermaid tail method on these just to kind of make them look super cute. Then I'm going to take the back of the wreath form. This is the most outer edge of the wreath form, and I'm going to glue the denim ribbon strip down. Now, ultimately, you're going to want to kind of spread these apart so that they will kind of take up more space, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And you're going to just repeat this process all along the straight and the rounded edges of the wreath, and I just add a little bit of hot glue just to secure it, just to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. And then you'll see right there was a little piece in between that was too skinny, so I cut a piece of the ribbon in half just to kind of make that work. And then I just continued with the larger shapes, the larger pieces of ribbon, wider pieces of ribbon, all the way around the round sections. And you can kind of see how cute it already is turning out. I am in love with this denim. It makes it almost like just a all-around summer wreath. I'm kind of spreading out the pieces of ribbon there. All-around summer wreath, even though it is going to be red, white, and blue for the patriotic holidays. And you can use this for barbecues, or just like I said, put it on your front door for the entire summer season. I'm just kind of spreading them out as I go now. A little bit of hot glue to make sure that it's in place and stays in place. I added a little piece of twine to the back there and glued it to the nautical rope, and that's what we're going to use to hang the wreath on the door with. Now, left purposely that little section at the corner bottom because we are going to add my new favorite thing at the end. These are just a few of the wooden beads that I use for my wooden bead garland. I'll link that below. And I have colored them, painted them a bright blue color just to kind of pop and add some texture and fun to this wreath. I'm just kind of hot gluing them, eyeballing them as to where I'm going to put them on the wreath. And again, I'm leaving that bottom corner empty because we are going to add this beautiful Dollar Tree scarf. So this is just a red, white, and blue plaid scarf that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and we're going to tie it in a basic knot here around the tip end point of the heart-shaped wreath. This is so adorable. This turned out so adorable. I absolutely love this patriotic nautical rope wreath with mostly supplies from the Dollar Tree. Well, what did you think? Is this not the sweetest, cutest wreath you've ever seen? I hope that you enjoyed this DIY, and if you did, think about subscribing to my channel here and watching the very next video. I appreciate you. Until next time, mwah.